David Banner. Let me ask you guys a question. Is it anything that you all want to talk about with us? Like you have people who are from every walk, just about every walk of life that's on this show. Tommy Nova, where you from?
The Bronx.
Yeah, Tommy Nova. He that does all the
DX in the
videography.
house.
They throwing up the X, man, just so you know. No, we got people from just about every walk of life, man. If there's any questions, anything that we could talk about now, and I just want y'all to think about this, man. That's why I chose you all. One, because I trust you and I know you. Like, the questions that you all ask, the things that you all say may help somebody else, from maybe doing something or flipping out or going crazy, or if we could work it out, in front of the world, it'll help those people who do think they're too cool. Because like you say, there's people who think they're too cool to do shit, but then they end up suffering or end up doing something crazy, and then we can't pull those things back. Is there any questions any of you all have?
Yeah, I kind of got a question, like, because like Miss Washington tells me, in my 9th and 10th grade year field, she used to tell me I need to breathe more, like, instead of just exploding.
Right.
How I feel
Banner, you want to take this one, Banner?
Oh man, that's a good
I feel
one.
like I don't understand how to like just a lot of things I don't have a large amount of patience for. So
Right.
I just don't be how to go about situations.
So let me tell you, just so you guys know, I battle with anger. That was the one thing before my dad died that he said that he was worried about as it pertained to me. That's the reason why they call me David Banner. It had nothing to do with rap. I probably have. I mean, and I know you guys. By the time you guys met me, I had been through therapy and I meditate and all these kind of things. But I have a real bad problem with anger. What I learned was this. When you find something that's important to you in life, a lot of times the reason why we be so angry is because we have nothing to live for. But like when I started finding something to live for, I usually put dollar signs over people's heads. Like, dude, is this person worth all the things that I've worked for? Is this person worth me going to jail for? Is this person worth me breaking my hand over? Because usually when I would get angry, no lie, bro, I would start crying and I would blank out.
Mhm.
And then when I would come to, Scott has seen this happen, bro. Blood everywhere. Scott has came in my house and blood all over my shirt. And he was like, bro, what happened? I was like, man, this dude was talking shit and
Basketball game.
yeah, it was just blood, But what I found out, bro, is that a lot of times when people try to make you angry, bro, I call it the devil's remote control. Because usually when we get angry, we let everything go and we willing to risk everything. So when she tells you to breathe, what I think she's saying, man, and I learned this from Minister Farrakhan, bro, if you take 2 seconds and just breathe, do you know how many lives it could save? Do you know how many people who are in jail right now, if they would have took 2 seconds to breathe, how it could have changed so many people? Half of the population of people that that's dead right now would probably be alive if both people took 2 seconds to breathe. And what I'll tell you, bro, is that the reason why we go through so much hell is because we have the most God potential. I know, bro. I know you go through a lot, bro. I can see it in your eyes. I could see you ready to bust, bro. Like, when I see you, you like, ugh. Like, it's like you want to do something else. And the thing is the reason why it's so confusing, bro, is because we haven't found that thing that they call it a North Star. So, like, you got to find something that's for you to live for. And that's one of the reasons why I chose you guys, because in a lot of cases right now, you all live for each other. And that's good enough until you can find something else, bro. But, like, most of these people that try to beef with you, most of these people that try to talk stuff or bring the smoke, most of them, they not worth nothing. They don't have nothing going on in their life. So they want to put you in the same position that they in. You feel me?
You know who you sound like? You sound like my man Josh right here. Like, just like Josh.
And Josh got the meanest hands. That's crazy.
and he be talking and he be calming me down. That's why I be looking at him like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Nah, yo, honestly, that I'm very like I'm calm, right? But when I get very frustrated, like it's hard to calm me down. So when I see somebody mad, I know what to do to calm the person down.
Right.
So
where did you learn that though, Josh? Where did you get that?
So it was hard to get through that because, you know, since little, when I moved from where I was living at, it was a different environment, so I had to change. And I'm glad that I moved because I would never be who I am today. So it was very hard. So my anger used to get in the way a lot. So I used to get frustrated at everything and get tight.
Can you describe the environment that you moved from and then describe the environment that you moved to so people can understand? Because somebody may be going through the same thing that you're going through. So describe it for them.
My culture was different. There was a lot of, like, I never used to witness bullying. I used to never...
What was that culture, though? Like, did you come from another country, another city?
No.
Another borough?
I lived on the west side, and I had moved to the east side.
Okay.
So when I moved to the east side, it was very different. Like, it was more violent. Like,
east side is rough.
Yeah, it was more like... It was just more, it was like everybody was fighting in there. So, you know, my dad always taught me, you know, to defend myself. So when I went in there and they tried to bully me, I wasn't having that.
I've heard some stories of your hands, brother.
Look, it's hard to, when I got over it after 9th grade, because I remember when I got into an incident in 9th grade, Miss Washington pulled me over, and I told Miss Washington, I'm like, nah, don't get it confused. Like, you saw me mad, but I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I told her that. I told her just like that. I don't want people to know me as a fighter. I want people to know me as a lover. Right. So when, like, everybody knows that I box. Everybody knows that, but nobody asked me why did I box. Nobody asked me that. Yeah. So I know how to calm people down. I just, you know, talk to them. I make them breathe. I like give them pounds, hug them. Like, yo, what's up, bro? How you feeling today? Like, how are you? Stuff like that. Scott, I know how to get through things like that.
I got a question to ask myself. Because we're on the topic of anger. I actually got 2 questions, but since we're on this, and we're gonna stay on. So let's talk about the topic. We're going on the topic of anger, but what about how to handle sadness and depression? And I mean, you know, and it kind of goes back into the conversation about school a little bit on how we feel. It's a lot of sadness, definitely. You know, some of those folks that we see in the school, some of our teachers, we're probably never going to see again. Straight up,
Scott,
like, you know, when's the last time you seen, you know, your 2nd grade teacher? That's for everybody here. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of disconnect after school. So, but how do we handle sadness? Whether it's, you know, losing a loved one, whether it's not getting into the school you wanted, or not getting the job you wanted, or things ain't just working out, stuff ain't right at home. Like, I mean, how do we handle that?
So I want to answer that, and you know, in my way. Sadness. I've been sad. I wouldn't say depressed. Like, I guess sad and depressed are the same thing to me. Like, I don't know if I felt depressed, but I know I've been sad. And every time I feel sad, I tend to like feel like pretend that I'm good so I could get over that.
Right.
So it's either pretend I feel good or go outside and just throw some punches in the air, shadow box. That's how the way I handle my sadness. So
So basically doing things that are like uplift your spirit, things that you enjoy.
do
Surrounding
things-
yourself with things that you will enjoy. Okay.
Exactly. Do things that make you happy. Distract yourself. If you usually don't party, go party. Go have fun with your friends or something. If you like playing video games with your friends, do that. You know, do something that will distract you off of that, whatever that's making you sad and stuff like that. Because
That's a fact.
we all been through that sadness. We all been through there, and that's a fact.
Scott, what would you say?
Well, first, I want to say that Josh is right on point with what he's saying. Those are a lot of valuable tools that he's given. I'll just add to what he's saying. The thing about sadness, bro, is, you know, Josh said he hasn't been depressed. Well, if you're sad enough, long enough, it will turn into depression, or it will just become how you are and how your energy is. And a lot of times, the first thing to do is to change your thought process, right? So one of the things I try to tell people is you have to have some things in your toolbox already ready when you feel that feeling coming. Even if it's just 3 things that you can think about to change that energy and make you happy. Like, you know, for me, if I start feeling depressed, I start thinking about, you know, how much fun we're going to have on the podcast on Tuesday, or, you know, going and kicking it with my father. But I already have those things in place. You know, the time to think about those things isn't when you're already sad. You got to have them when you're in sound mind, have them ready. So when you feel that feeling, you can go over to your toolbox and switch your thought process from something negative to something positive.
Sally, I know you deal with a lot, bro. this last, bro, 4-5 months.
Yeah, it been rough.
I hadn't seen that in people in a long time, bro. You've done a really good job, bro. Like, how do you deal with it?
It's like, for me, it's like I go back to I make myself think of what was the absolute worst I ever felt, and what was the point that I felt like the most pain I ever felt. And that was obviously losing my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how I feel about him, looked up to him and everything. So when he got killed, at this point, I've yet to, and I got through that, you know what I'm saying? Like, here I am now, still doing good in life, and I've moved past that, although it still bothers me, obviously. But nothing compares to that. So for me, I have to think to the absolute worst I ever felt and know that it's not as bad as that, so I'll get through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I compare it to, I know I don't feel like how I felt when my brother got killed. Right. And I got past that. So whatever it is I'm facing at the moment, I can get past that.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give you all my opinion. I think I'm one of the few people in the room who I have been diagnosed with depression before. Scott helped me through depression. What I realized is that, you know, one of the things that being still does, and Josh, me and you talked about this, is you got to get to know yourself. I can feel when depression is coming on. Sometimes it ain't even bad stuff. Just sometimes it's your body. Sometimes you're getting sick. It's so many different reasons that you start getting down. And Step Brothers, Will Ferrell movie Step Brothers is one of the movies that I watch. Every time I start feeling it come on, I watch a lot of Bob's Burgers. Salih tell you, I stopped listening to depressing music. I don't listen as violent as I used to be. I don't watch many violent movies, maybe with the exception of Ozark or, you know, listen to Pac or something, because I know that bad times are going to come. I don't care how much money we have, they're going to come. So I'm not going to let other stuff add on to it. It's some of my friends in my life who they're just negative. It's some of my family members, they're just negative. I don't deal with them. I just don't deal with them. If you go through my phone, there's a no behind certain people's name in my phone. When that no come on, I don't pick it up on my phone because I protect my happiness like I protect my life. No bullshit. Like, I get angry if somebody tried to infringe on my happiness. And what I realized was this: no one can make you depressed. No one can make you mad. It's a choice. Have you ever noticed most of the time that you get mad at somebody, you'll be like, motherfucker? And then you mad. Or like you fall in love with somebody, you be like, hey, I love her. Like you actually say it out loud. It's a choice. And so I don't allow, unless people, you remember Josh, we was talking, unless somebody touches me physically, touch my money physically, touch my very, very closest people, like our clique, our people, or my mom or my brother, I don't let it affect me. And when I start feeling it come on, I do something about it. I keep people around that make me happy. We laugh as a company. We stay laughing all the time. We motivate each other. So I would say, man, the other thing is too, you got two ways to look at things. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. One of my friends owned a business, and he called me and say, bro, should I keep my business open during this pandemic? In my personal opinion, as long as they sending bills, you need to find a way to work. I'm not saying be, irresponsible. You could work online. I don't know what you need to do, but like, I'm shooting my podcast, even if I got to set a camera up by myself, I'm going to get this done. He ended up taking this opportunity. Some people freaked out. Some people got depressed. He found a way to run his whole business online. Now, if he wants to, he can close his shop if he wants to and run his whole business online. Now he has an international business. So like, there was a drought one time, and my mentor said, billionaires are made during the drought. He said those people that sold water or created the air condition during the drought became billionaires. So there's always two ways to look at any situation, man. And if we're innovative, we can come out of this better.
I want to ask you guys a question. I think one of the gentlemen said he's gotten a little closer to his family during this. Do any of you other guys see any positives that have come out of this situation?
Oh, definitely. One positive, because I got a whole lot, and that's what I wanted to ask about too. Was try to just look at everything from a positive perspective. But one positive that I really saw throughout this whole thing is how everybody's been staying home. So on a personal note, I'm gonna just switch gears a little bit. I have a really weird relationship with my older brother. Coming from a mixed family, right? So my father's Puerto Rican, and my mother's Jamaican, Black. And, my brother looks nothing like me. So I have like all my father's genetics, the curly hair. The only thing I probably got from my mother, of course, is a skin tone. And so growing up, it's always been, I'm too Hispanic for the Black and I'm too Black for the Hispanic. And my brother, because like he looks way more Black than me, he's been always assimilated with that side. And so I've always struggled with identity, but I've been, talking to my older brother a lot more and realizing, of how cool he was, although me and him are very different. Like my brother, he didn't go down the right path, chose the path of the streets, really didn't go into finish high school. And me, I'm the complete opposite from that, So with two different walks of life, I guess, we've kind of found a way to get together.
Opposite now. No, I know you. Not the complete not the complete opposite. we go off a little bit. We try to stay on now.
But I realized that, although we see things differently and we both have huge different philosophies, is that I got to sort of connect with him. And, and I kind of told him the other day, I wanted to give him his roses while he was here. Right. Just told him, man, I appreciate you. Like, although, you irk my nerves and I can't stand you. And, we just don't see life the same at all because he has that street mentality and his hood mentality. And I'm just something different. It's just through all that, we kind of teach each other something. And that's been a positive thing really, really going on in my household is just seeing, who the people I live with through a different lens and what goes on, in our heads. Because although we all live under the same roof, we don't know what's going on in our head. So that's something I've been really, really looking forward to every day at dinner and just being with these guys. So, yeah.
Dante, what have you been able to get positive out of this pandemic?
Positive. I've been able to spend more time with my grandfather. So he's been moving around Harlem a lot. And he's now more stationed in the Bronx. And he's a vet. So it's I don't really visit him a lot. So, and then it's now he's here with us in my family, like my immediate family, like my mom, my siblings and everything. And he's just sharing his stories. We kick it on the couch. We watch old TV shows that he'd be putting me on to. Like, I never thought I would like Walker, Texas Ranger. Chuck Norris. It's like mad old. I'm sitting here like, nah, this is he. I'm like, nah, it's something different.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's like kicking it with him, just getting like a different vibe. Just not only having to talk to him like, you know, like maybe once every 2 weeks, but like now every day because I see him a lot. And it's just like building a stronger relationship. And I feel like that's been one of the more positive things I could say.
Aaron?
I feel like something positive I got from out of all this is like me and my mom, we've been on good time for a while. We usually bump heads a lot because maybe I feel like she's old, she's overbearing, we just bump heads, but I feel like we come closer. Like we understand each other more.
Aaron, let me tell you something, man, that I learned. Me and my dad didn't get along at all, bro. Growing up, like at all. Like I think I talked to my dad up until the age I was 21. I think I had 6 hours of conversation with my dad that was outside of him reprimanding me. But like when I got older, man, I realized the people who are on your ass the most are the people that love you the most. The teachers that let you do anything, the people that let you do anything, the people that love you know what you're going to experience when you get out here in the world. And I asked my dad why he was so mean. Once we got cool, my dad told me his only job was to make sure that I was a man that could navigate himself through this world. He said he never cared about me being his friend. He just wanted to make sure that I was okay once I went out there by myself. So the thing that I tell you, man, is like, you know, the same way we want our parents to have patience with us, like we got to have patience with our parents, because in most cases, I'm just going to tell you, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just a big kid that's playing like I'm grown. And most grown-ups are just that. They trying to figure it out, you know, and it's better to be tough and try to make sure that you get these lessons, man. So when you go out into the world, you at least know. But like, man, when my dad died, man, I hate that I didn't listen more. I hate that I fought him so much. Because I remember my dad said something fucked my head up. I had to go back and live with my dad when I was 26, when I was trying to build my record company. And my dad said, if you so right, why are you living in my house? And I said, oh!
You got a good point.
Oh! And it made me listen more, man. And I'm not saying that your mom is all right. I'm not saying that you are all right. But like, a lot of times our parents are doing just the best that they can with what they have. You know what I mean? You know, true. And talk to her about it.
And also, I was a single parent too, raising a son, and it's not an easy task trying to raise and prepare a black man for this world and what's to come. So, yeah, give her a break and keep bonding with her. You'll see and appreciate as you get older.
Another positive note from all of this quarantine lockdown thing is, and if you haven't yet, I really suggest you start doing it, is take time to just reflect.
Yep.
Like, that's all, like, just breathe, be still, just sit down.
Nick, did you just take over my show?
Go
ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog. Right now, I think we should just, go ahead, Nick, talk, dog,
That's real.
Nah, for real though, like, just take time and just realize, like, what you got, you know, you got to love what's yours, you know. I think so, especially growing up in New York City, all of us, we always, you know, just everything's so fast paced. You know, for the first time in my life, I've said it on my podcast. I said the city that never sleeps took a nap.
Ooh.
Like everything is outside is just like completely just gone. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like I live in the suburbs. Like it's crazy, but you know, I've been looking at it in a way to just be still and just figure out who I am. You know, what am I doing and why am I here? And then, you know, how could I be better at what I'm doing? Okay, what am I good at? All right, how can I make that even better? Because there's always room for improvement. I mean, there's all types of things to just reflect on. How could you be a better friend? How could you be a better son, a better daughter, whatever? And it's been paying off, you know. And when you take time to think, you organize your thoughts, and organization relieves stress. Like that's a given. So I think that's been something really positive going on. Like the country is on pause right now. Like everything is on pause right now. Like this is like if you wanted to write a book, if you wanted to do 50 push-ups at night, if you wanted to jog in the morning, if you wanted to figure out something, right now there's no excuses. So you go on there and you do whatever you want and teach yourself something, man. That's something that's been really positive. Now is one of the only times you will have in a lifetime to sit and do anything you want to do.
Self-evaluation.
So, Mr. Santiago, really quick before we go to the next person, where can we find your podcast? What's the name of your podcast?
So the Santiago Show is my podcast name. Right now it is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Those are the only two it's on. I'm trying to get it on more outlets, but I'm only 17 years old and I'm doing this alone. So
can you repeat that name?
Repeat it one more time. Say it again.
The Santiago Show. The Santiago, my last name, Show.
Hey, Josh, well, I'm gonna ask this to all of you guys, and I really want you all to think about this and do the best that you can on this question. If there's anything that you wanted to tell someone else, whether they're across the country, whether in Mississippi, whether in LA, wherever, another graduating senior, if you wanted to give any types of words of encouragement or any ideas of how to get through this, what would be your suggestion to your peer?
So I want to speak to another student. Like I want another kid that's going through this like me. What I want to say is, don't let this bring you down. Don't let this be a setback, and don't let this be a challenge, because we're gonna get through this, and once all of this is over, they're gonna see how smart and intelligent and how trying to find the word. Well, how smart and how intelligent and brilliant the class of 2020 was throughout the whole world. So I say don't give up on your dreams, and take this time also to get to know who you are and what you about and what you want to do for the world, because I think that's important. So I say that I don't want them to be sad or anything. I just want them to be positive. Keep your mind flowing. What I'm doing a lot is writing a lot now. I've noticed that by myself. Even if it's not on a book or anything, you have notes on your phone. Everybody has that. So start writing, and let's use this technology, to write our ideas and write anything that's on your head. That's what I've been doing a lot. Like I really wanted to become, and I want to become a speaker out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, like. So,
and Josh, and I can say, man, as you being one of my best friends, man, you're my brother. I could definitely say, man, I've seen the growth and exactly what you're saying, man. So I just want to tip my hat to you.
Thank you, brother.
And to keep doing it, and I told you that the other day when I was over at your place and you was doing the assignment for Andrade, and I said, you sound like me right there.
Yeah.
and I could definitely see, I could see it, man. And I just want to, when you said that, man, I had to jump in. That's all, man.
Dante.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Any message that you got for somebody else?
Going off what Josh said, just a quick message to 2020 was just that they gonna get through it. I believe in them, but mainly my message is to the rest of the world. So I got two younger brothers. One lives with me, and the other, he lives with my dad. So, and they both go to Eagle. So I guess that's the little beauty in it. And it's just to show that, like, if we going through this right now, like, hold your head up, because it's like whatever comes your way, you're literally gonna get through it. Knowing the fact that like you're seeing what we're going through now, and it's like, okay, now my brothers have someone to talk to about what happened, and when they encounter certain situations, which God, hopefully this never happens again, that they have somebody to talk to, somebody in their current predicament can go to and speak to them. And it's just that, like, keep pushing. Like, your goal is not going to change. The path you might take there to get that might change because, I feel like there's always, more roads from point A to point B. It's not necessarily a straight line. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be curves and all that. But the destination is still going to be the same. So just hold your head up, keep dreaming and keep pushing towards your goal.
Aaron, somebody that's just like you, man, in Compton, in San Diego, and Chicago.
Just keep going. Like, no matter what goes on the outside, just keep your head high. Stay resilient. Keep getting up. And if you feel like you struggle with anger too, just breathe.
Shout out to Kia.
Famous Miss Kia Washington, how she would say, shout outs to her. She'd be like, just breathe, my young black one. Breathe.
Scott, anything?
She'd be like, it's so too good, too beautiful to be this angry. Breathe.
Scott, anything in closing, brother?
I just want to let you guys know I'm proud of you guys. And, looking at how you guys came into this world through the Twin Towers, that didn't break you guys. This virus ain't even going to shake y'all, man. And y'all will be so much tougher than people like us who just, the bell rang, we went to graduation on Saturday, walked across the stage, and then went on with our lives. So wear this shit like a badge of honor, man. Y'all are tougher than these other motherfuckers who just sat in class until June and then went and graduated and moved on. Y'all been through some real shit, and you're going to be a lot stronger and a lot more prepared for life because of it. And you'll look back on this shit and be like, man, somebody might be complaining about something 5 years from now down the road at wherever you guys are in life. And you'd be like, that ain't shit. I was in New York during the pandemic, still graduated. You feel me? So keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all are built for it. And it's going to make you tougher, man, because of it. So wear it like a badge on, just like y'all wear that blazer. You know what I'm saying? Wear that armor that y'all got through the pandemic in New York fucking city.
Virginia?
Yes, sir.
I was going to say, you guys are 4 brilliant young black men, and the best is to come. Like, just listening, it's been an honor to hear your story and how you feel. So keep pushing.
Salih?
Hey, man, everything going on, but just fuck it, keep riding, man. Y'all healthy, y'all got y'all full health, y'all fully functional, in y'all right mind. Just keep grinding, man. Things gonna happen, things gonna come up. But just fight through it and keep moving, man. Everything, just take it like it's football, man. It's another play, the next down, man. Every day it's a new play. So just keep grinding, get them yards back. If you turn the ball over or you fucked up somewhere or some shit happened you can't control. Sometimes in a game, another motherfucker miss his block and get you fucked up. So there's some shit we can't control. We ain't doing this right now, but just keep grinding, man. It's gonna be straight.
And what I'll tell y'all in closing, man, you guys know how I feel about all of you outside of this, and whatever way, however my resources can help you, Josh, me and you just got out the phone personally, talking, man. And I hope that, we can help you guys. I hope that we can be smart enough elders to listen, man. That's what I've been learning to do more, is to listen to you all. Because in a lot of cases, you all have the answers to most of the questions because you all are in the middle of it. And I just want to tell y'all how proud I am of you all for even stepping up. I know this is not easy, to put your feelings on Front Street like this, man. And y'all did a very good job. Were very articulate. And just know that y'all represented 2020 all over the world, and y'all did a wonderful job, man. So I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. And y'all know how to get at me, man. I love y'all all, okay?
Yeah. Yo, wait, before you go, Dave, my mom said she love you. She just sent me a text. She said she love you. She said she love you. And look, she said, can you pose for the screenshot? She want me to screenshot.
It's very awkward, but...
She said she love you.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, man. I love y'all, man. Be good, man.
Love you too, man.
All right, man.
Keep pushing.
Love.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. Anytime,
Thank you all.
bro. Y'all be good.